These rich people, we already tax so much in LA, in California, I can't even comprehend taxing more. What's happening is we tax these people, and then other rich people, the champagne socialists, scammers, steal that money because they're all connected to the people taxing it. And then the people that should see the money, the communities, after the Boys and Girls Clubs, the parks, the actual infrastructure doesn't see that money because different rich people stole the money that was being taxed from the rich people.
You're not the first guy to say these kind of things. It's all who can actually do it, who can stand up to what is going to come up against you when you actually try to implement. But really, I mean,
I promise you, I'm the one.
Okay, and I hope you are.
I am the one. I hate these people so much.
I know.
When you said don't be so personal, it's personal
and
for
look,
me.
It's kind of good in a way that you are the douchebag.
Bill Maher sat down with Spencer Pratt to examine how Democrats, in their view, contributed to the decline of Los Angeles. The conversation was both sharp and revealing. Maher broke down how California's progressive policies, according to critics, transformed a once thriving state through symbolic political gestures that pleased activists while delivering little real benefit to ordinary residents. Pratt's perspective was equally direct, offering harsh criticism of several political leaders without holding back. If you enjoy bold political commentary and unfiltered debate, stay tuned as we dive into the discussion.
Be so personal, it's personal
and
for
look,
me.
It's kind of good in a way that you are the douchebag because, like, if you're already hated, then you don't have to. Because, trust me, what you're going to go up against is a state that is just full of special interests, all of which are very, very powerful. I mean, you can't do anything in this state without, like, getting a license or an inspection. I bitched about this many times. I wanted to change my garage door. It was built as a 3, and it really is only for 2. I'm a humble man. It's not a 3-car garage. Whoever built that wanted to big themselves up and tell some chick, I got a 3. You don't. You have a 2-car garage, and that's fine. I have 1 car. I'm a simple man. 1 car, 1 house, 1 plane. Simple person. No. So just to get my garage door changed took 3 inspections. First of all, why are you inspecting it all?
Maher laid out what he believes is the central reason California finds itself facing so many challenges today. According to him, the state has gradually become dominated by influential special interest groups that have helped create layers of bureaucracy serving narrow political priorities rather than the public interest. Critics argue these problems are not simply mistakes or unintended consequences but the result of a system that rewards inefficiency and delay. Meanwhile, everyday Californians struggle with rising living costs, aging infrastructure, and a homelessness crisis that remains unresolved. Many residents feel their concerns are secondary to the interests of donors, insiders, and political institutions focused on self-preservation. In this view, California's difficulties are not accidental but the product of years of poor incentives and limited accountability, and Maher has no hesitation in saying so.
I'm an adult. I don't need you looking over my shoulder because I'm changing a garage door or throwing a frisbee or braiding hair or anything else they want to get their beak wet, charging a fee for a license or some bullshit. This state is all these fucking pigs at the trough.
Let me give you a perfect example. My house burns down. Back to my favorite thing. Ready? No, watch.
Look,
watch.
I'm going to fucking burn down the next one if you don't shut up about the fucking house.
Watch this. Ready?
Oh, boo. Your house burned down.
Look at this.
You know, but your campaign is fire.
Let me...
Good night, everybody.
So, look at this. They are in court telling me they had no legal responsibility to make sure my house doesn't burn down.
Who said?
The city.
The city.
So, but yet the city, if I want to rebuild right now with my California Fair Plan, $1 million I got, they want to put $1.2 million into caissons into the dirt.
Pratt offered what he considers one of the clearest examples of California's dysfunction. After devastating wildfires destroyed his Los Angeles home, he sought compensation from the city, expecting some level of assistance. Instead, he was informed that the city owed him nothing. Not a single dollar would be provided for the loss of his property, despite arguments that stronger management and prevention measures might have reduced the damage. Yet, according to Pratt, the situation became even more frustrating when he attempted to rebuild. At that point, city agencies quickly appeared, requiring permits, fees, and approvals at every step. His question, shared by many frustrated residents, is straightforward: where exactly is all that fee revenue going if it is not helping protect communities, support victims, or speed up recovery efforts when disasters strike?
They're like circular things that go into the ground deep down to like hold the house together, because now they care.
Well, they sound important.
They didn't care that my house burned down, and they say, so now they've changed the zoning that I need $1.2 million in things that go down the dirt that weren't there for 60 years.
But was your house in a place, because a lot of houses in LA are in places that are precarious, because, I mean, that's probably why the caisson is down there, because
they weren't there.
I know, but like...
Now they want them?
No, but because they've... Oh, the caissons...
They were never there. For 60 years, this house was there.
And they were supposed to be?
No, this is the new thing. So like you're saying... with your three people in showing up, it's just more money. How can we tax? How can we bill you more? How can we have more red tape?
Yeah.
Pratt's complaints reflect a broader frustration heard throughout California. Business owners, entrepreneurs, and ordinary residents have been leaving Los Angeles for years, citing high taxes, excessive regulations, and a cost of living that makes long-term success increasingly difficult. This migration affects people across the economic spectrum, from working families seeking affordability to major corporations relocating operations to states such as Texas, Florida, and Nevada. Perhaps the most symbolic example is the entertainment industry itself. Hollywood, long synonymous with Los Angeles, has increasingly shifted production elsewhere. Many studios now find it more affordable to film in cities such as London, Budapest, or Sydney than in the industry's traditional home. When Hollywood begins looking beyond Hollywood, critics argue it signals a problem too large to ignore.
These rich people, we already tax so much in LA, in California, I can't even comprehend taxing more. What's happening is we tax these people, and then other rich people, the champagne socialists, scammers, steal that money because they're all connected to the people taxing them. And then the people that should see the money, the communities, after the Boys and Girls Clubs, the parks, the actual infrastructure doesn't see that money because different rich people stole the money that was being taxed from the rich people.
California imposes one of the heaviest tax burdens in the country, with the expectation that those revenues will fund public services and improve quality of life. Yet critics point to visible problems across Los Angeles, including homelessness, deteriorating roads, and strained public systems, and ask where those resources are actually being spent. Despite these challenges, many political leaders continue to advocate for higher taxes on wealthy residents. Pratt challenges that approach, arguing that simply increasing taxes is not a genuine solution. In his view, the same powerful interests that already benefit from the current system will continue finding ways to absorb additional funding. As a result, he believes the extra money is unlikely to reach struggling communities and will instead reinforce the very structures that many Californians blame for the state's ongoing difficulties.
I feel like Robin Hood, because I'm coming in and I'm going to say, where's all this money? We're done with everyone stealing the tax money. We're going to actually put it to the people that have turned to socialism because they say America doesn't work. It doesn't work if we let people steal all the tax money and we have no accountability and transparency.
At the heart of this criticism is the argument that Los Angeles is suffering not merely from poor management but from a lack of transparency and accountability. Residents encounter complex regulations, extensive paperwork, and countless agencies overseeing different aspects of public life. Billions of dollars are spent each year, yet many people feel they have little visibility into how those funds are used or whether meaningful results are being achieved. Critics argue that officials rarely face consequences for failed policies, missed goals, or years of unfulfilled promises. For many taxpayers, the most troubling reality is that they struggle to identify clear improvements in everyday life. They see no dramatic progress in public safety, infrastructure, or basic city services, only more regulations, higher costs, and continuing explanations for why problems remain unsolved. When citizens contribute heavily and see few measurable results, critics argue that confidence in government inevitably begins to erode.